Paris was never in Amelia's plans. Not in her dreams, not in her 5-year goals, not even on her Pinterest vision board. And yet, on a gray, misty morning that smelled like rain and adventure she did not consent to, Amelia found herself stepping off a train she wasn't supposed to be on, into a city she had no intention of visiting. Her suitcase wobbled behind her like a confused dog, its broken wheel squeaking in protest. Her phone buzzed with 17 missed messages from her boss. Her heart buzzed with the absolute certainty that her life had just exploded. And it had. In the past 48 hours, she had quit her marketing job in New York on impulse, found out her boyfriend was actually married, been replaced at work by an AI-generated intern named Harper 2.0, accidentally boarded the wrong train in Lyon, and arrived, by fate or stupidity, at Gare de Lyon in Paris. The universe hadn't just nudged her. It had shoved her violently through a glass door. She stopped in the middle of the station as the crowds streamed around her in stylish coats and purposeful strides. "Okay," she whispered to herself, gripping her suitcase handle. "It's just Paris. No big deal. Millions of people survive Paris every year. I can too. Probably." She wasn't as convinced as she sounded. Then the station intercom crackled overhead and announced, in a melodic French accent she found personally offensive for being so beautiful. "Amelia Carter, please retrieve your missing bag at the information desk." "Missing bag?" She looked down at her one pathetic half-broken suitcase. "How many bags did I lose without knowing?" she muttered. She followed the signs toward the information desk, past stands selling croissants the size of her face, past travelers who looked 1,000 times more composed than she was, past a man sketching her in a notebook. Wait, what? She snapped her head back. A man looked up, just as startled. He was handsome in that effortless Parisian way, black curls, soft jawline, paint on his hands. He slammed the sketchbook shut. "Sorry," he said in accented English, blushing. "You have interesting posture." "Posture?" He winced. "I meant energy." She narrowed her eyes. "What kind of energy?" "The kind that says," he paused dramatically, switching to a deep movie trailer voice, "this woman is about to make a terrible decision." Her mouth dropped open. Parisian men were not safe. She needed to keep moving. She marched to the information desk. Behind the counter, the board employee lifted a bright red suitcase with a cracked lipstick stain across the front. "That's not mine," Amelia said. "Are you sure?" the woman asked. "Yes, I don't own anything so confidently red." The woman checked the tag. "Oh, it belongs to another Amelia Carter." "Another what?" The woman shrugged. "Welcome to Paris." Amelia dragged her suitcase outside. Expecting chaos, expecting noise, expecting cinematic Paris. Instead, she got rain. Cold, wet, persistent rain that soaked through her white linen pants in 5 seconds. She ducked under the station awning and pulled out her phone. No service. Great. She decided to wait for the rain to slow, but Paris laughed at her. The rain grew stronger, wilder, as if the city itself was saying, "You don't get to wait. You don't get to hide. Move." So she did. She marched toward the taxi line, which stretched like a funeral procession. People pushed, argued, waved umbrellas like weapons. 2 taxis arrived and all hell broke loose. Before she could even step forward, a car door slammed, and a sharp voice shouted, "Excuse me, that was my taxi." The woman yelling was tall, elegant, wrapped in a beige trench coat that screamed expensive French drama. She glared at the man who had stolen her cab, a man Amelia recognized, Red Suitcase Man. Sketchbook Man, posture insult man. He lifted a hand. Pardon, mademoiselle, but life is short, and it is raining, and I am cold, and regret is heavier than courtesy. You're unbelievable. Merci. Amelia burst out laughing before she could stop herself. Both turned to stare at her. The glamorous woman narrowed her eyes. Do we know you? No, Amelia said quickly. I'm just observing. Observing what? The artist asked. You two being very French. He laughed. The woman did not. You want a taxi? The woman asked Amelia. Yes, Amelia admitted. There are none. The woman pointed at the chaos. This city will chew you alive if you are not prepared. Thanks for the encouragement, Amelia muttered. The woman sighed. You are clearly new, and lost, and wet. She gestured at Amelia's drenched pants. Come, I will show you how to survive Paris. Amelia blinked. Really? Why? Because, the woman said. Flipping her hair, if I leave you alone, Paris will kill you before lunchtime. The woman introduced herself as Claire Beaumont, PR executive, self-described Parisian mother to the hopeless. She marched Amelia toward a café across the street, ignoring traffic, ignoring horns, ignoring rules in general. Inside, warmth and the smell of butter hit Amelia all at once. Coffee steamed, plates clinked, soft French jazz played in the background. Claire ordered 2 cappuccinos and a pain au chocolat. Then she stared at Amelia like a doctor diagnosing a rare disease. So, Claire said, tell me everything. Everything what? Everything about why you look like you just survived an emotional tornado. And somehow, without planning to, Amelia did. She told her about quitting her job. Her cheating ex. The AI intern that mocked her desk plant. The wrong train. The missing suitcase. The rain. Red Suitcase Man. Her general collapse into chaos. Claire listened with the intensity of a therapist who also judged you. Finally, she nodded. You need a job. That's not the most urgent problem. You need confidence then, and new clothes, and a hairbrush. Amelia groaned into her cappuccino. But, Claire continued, the job is important, and I may have something. Amelia sat up. Really? Claire leaned in. My company is launching a new hospitality brand. Parisian chic meets global modernity. We need someone creative, someone who thinks differently, someone who is willing to fall apart and reinvent themselves. That is literally all I've been doing lately. Excellent. Interview is tomorrow. Amelia blinked rapidly. Tomorrow? I don't have clothes. I don't have a plan. I don't even know where I'm staying. Claire waved a hand. You'll figure it out. Everyone who survives Paris does. What if I don't survive? Then at least you'll be fun to gossip about. The cafe door slammed open. Rain poured in, and in the doorway stood Red Suitcase Artist, looking directly at Amelia. Oh no, she whispered. Oh yes, Claire murmured. He walked toward them with the confidence of a man who ruined hearts for breakfast. He stopped at their table. Bonjour again, he said. It appears fate likes us. Fate hates me, Amelia corrected. It keeps putting me in your way. That is because, he said with a crooked smile, you have not yet learned to enjoy it. Claire raised an eyebrow. Do you two know each other? No, Amelia said. Yes, he said. She glared at him. He extended a hand. I'm Adrian. She reluctantly shook it. He smiled wider. So, Amelia, why are you in Paris? Before she could answer, Claire leaned in. She's here to reinvent her life. Adrian's eyes softened. Good. Paris is cruel, but it rewards bravery. She rolled her eyes. I didn't choose bravery. I chose the wrong train. Same thing. Then he placed something on the table. Her missing phone. Amelia gasped. I thought I lost that. You left it on a bench at the station, Adrian said simply. I thought I'd return it before you disappear again. Claire smirked. Oh, he's dangerous. I like him. Amelia groaned into her coffee again. Adrian stepped back. Maybe I'll see you around the city. Please no, maybe, she stuttered. He laughed. I hope it does not rain next time. Then he left. Claire leaned forward, whispering dramatically, You are doomed. I don't want romance. Perfect. That is exactly when Paris gives it to you. Morning arrived like a slap. Amelia woke in a tiny hotel room that smelled faintly of someone else's perfume and had a shower so narrow she bruised her elbows trying to wash her hair. Her borrowed umbrella from the night shift receptionist who pitied her lay on the floor, broken from battling Parisian wind. Her alarm blared. Interview day, the day that could change everything, the day she was absolutely and entirely unprepared for. She had one outfit, a wrinkled shirt, jeans, and shoes that squeaked embarrassingly with every step. She tried ironing the shirt with the hotel hairdryer. It did not help. She tried taming her hair with a mini shampoo she found in her suitcase. It made her hair bigger, fluffier, aggressively alive. She looked in the mirror. Paris is going to eat me, she whispered. But she refused to let it. She walked out of the hotel with determination. Then her heel got stuck in a cobblestone. Then the heel broke. Then it began raining again. Paris was undefeated. She arrived at the office building, sleek glass, gold fixtures, people walking around like they invented elegance. A receptionist greeted her with a look that said, Are you lost or just poor? I have an interview, Amelia said, hiding the fact that her hair was slowly transforming into a weather system. With Madame Beaumont's team? Yes. Please wait. She sat down, aware of the perfect people around her. The women wore expensive perfume that smelled like ambition. The men wore tailored jackets that fit so well they offended her personally. Amelia Carter? A man called. She followed him to a conference room. Inside were 4 people. A woman typing aggressively. A man sipping espresso like it was a personality trait. Claire Beaumont herself. And Adrian. Amelia froze. Adrian raised an eyebrow. You, she whispered. You, he whispered back, delighted. Claire looked between them. Do you two know each other? No, Amelia blurted. Yes, Adrian said at the same time. She kicked him under the table. He bit his lip and tried not to laugh. The room stared. Claire cleared her throat. Let's begin. Amelia sat straighter. She tried to appear confident. She tried to appear like a woman who had not broken her shoe or been rained on or nearly died of embarrassment. Claire began. Tell us, Amelia, why are you a good fit for the brand? Amelia inhaled. And then came the most unhinged, chaotic, heartfelt monologue of her life. I think I'm perfect for this because I'm a disaster, she said. The espresso man choked. She corrected, not a disaster. Well, I am a disaster, but in a resourceful way. A creative disaster. A disaster with emotional intelligence. Typing woman paused mid-keystroke. I didn't plan to be in Paris. Paris dragged me here. But I realized something. This city rewards people who refuse to quit even when everything goes wrong. And trust me, everything has gone wrong. Claire blinked. So your pitch is resilience? And chaos, Adrian added helpfully. Emilia glared at him. I bring heart and honesty and perspective. I know what it feels like to lose everything and have to rebuild. That's what storytelling is. That's what branding is. Reinvention. The room was silent. She had absolutely blown the interview. She was sure of it. But Claire nodded slowly. Interesting. Espresso Man stared at her as if she were a new species. Typing Woman typed, "What if?" repeatedly. Adrian smiled, like he had just watched the most entertaining show of his life. Then the door opened. A rich, elegant woman walked in wearing a cream suit and carrying 10 folders in one hand. Everyone straightened instantly. Claire stood. Emilia, meet our client, Madame Laurent, owner of the new boutique hotel we're launching. Madame Laurent gave Emilia a slow, assessing look. You are soaking wet, she said. Yes, Emilia said. You have messy hair. Yes, you broke your shoe. I did. And you still came anyway? Emilia nodded. Then you are exactly my kind of people. The entire room gasped. Adrian grinned. Claire's jaw dropped. Madame Laurent waved her hand. She is hired. If your team does not take her, I will. Claire blinked, startled, but recovered smoothly. Well, she said, I suppose we have our answer. Emilia nearly fainted. She got the job? She got the job! She got the job! Adrian leaned toward her and whispered, Welcome to Paris. The next days unfolded like a montage, except with more existential panic. Claire dragged Emilia into meetings that felt like interrogations. She introduced her to coworkers who smelled like money. She threw her into brainstorm sessions that made Emilia feel both brilliant and painfully inexperienced. But she loved it. She loved the pace, the tension, the drama, the creativity. For the first time in months, she felt alive. And then came the complication. Adrian. He was always around, sketching at the hotel site, attending branding meetings, appearing behind her in cafés like a charming jump scare, wearing outfits that should be illegal on weekdays. One afternoon, while Emilia attempted to understand French spreadsheets, a form of torture, Adrian leaned over her desk. You're frowning, he said. I'm thinking. You look like you're fighting a ghost. That's because I'm fighting Excel. He laughed softly. Would you like help? No, you don't trust me. I don't trust anyone who follows me into conference rooms uninvited. He sat on the edge of her desk, annoyingly graceful. I follow inspiration. I'm not your inspiration. You are, he said without hesitation. She froze. Stop. I can't. She grabbed her papers, flustered. Why are you like this? Because, he said simply, I like being around you. She stood. Don't. Don't what? Be charming. But in French, it's genetic. She pointed at him threateningly. Stay away. He grinned. Alors, impossible. And just like that, he walked away. She hated him. She liked him. She hated that she liked him. But what scared her most was how easily he saw her. 2 weeks later, Claire announced, We are hosting a preview night at the hotel. VIPs only. Media, investors, influencers, and Emilia, she paused dramatically. You are leading the presentation. Emilia nearly dropped her coffee. What? Why? Because Madame Laurent likes you, and because the rest of my team is too uptight to speak like a human. I'm not ready. You will be. Claire gave her a comforting pat. A little wine, a little confidence, a little terror. Perfect mix. The night of the event arrived. Emilia wore a stunning borrowed dress Claire had forced her into, sleek, black, shoulder-bearing, Parisian elegant. She barely recognized herself in the mirror. The hotel lobby was magical. Warm lights, soft music, gold accents, a scent of jasmine in the air. The perfect stage for her triumph or humiliation. Guests arrived, cameras flashed, conversations buzzed like champagne bubbles. Adrian appeared, wearing a suit that looked painted onto him. You look, he hesitated, trying to find the right word. Happier. She smiled despite herself. I'm terrified. Good, he said. Fear means you're alive. Her name was announced. She stepped onto the small stage. Her heart hammered. Her palms sweat. Her throat tightened. But then she looked at the lobby, the life, the style, the beauty, and felt something shift. She belonged here. She took a breath and spoke. She told the story of the hotel, the story of a city that breaks you and rebuilds you, the story of reinvention, her reinvention. She spoke with heart, humor, vulnerability. She made them laugh. She made them pause. She made them feel. And when she finished, the room erupted in applause. Claire's face softened with pride. Madame Laurent wiped a tear. Adrian looked at her like she had hung the moon. She stepped off the stage trembling. Adrian approached first. That, he said slowly, was the most beautiful thing I've seen in a long time. She swallowed. You're exaggerating. No, he said. I don't exaggerate. She didn't know what to say, so he took a half step closer. So tell me, Emilia, he murmured, what will you do now that Paris is beginning to fall in love with you? Her breath caught. I don't know. He smiled gently. That's the best part. Paris woke up slowly, as if stretching its arms in golden light. Emilia, however, woke up with a jolt. Her phone buzzed on the bedside table with the kind of urgency that promised disaster. Dozens of notifications, messages in 3 languages, missed calls, voicemails, and at the very top, Valérie, come to the office, maintenant. Not morning, not bonjour, not please, just now. Emilia groaned into her pillow. Last night had been complicated, exhilarating, disastrous, unforgettable. The gala had exploded into a mess of glamour, jealousy, champagne, romantic tension, and career-ending misunderstandings. And in the center of it all, her. She sat up, rubbing her temples. Emilia, okay, I might be dead, like career dead, maybe real dead if Valérie kills me. But then, as she swung her legs out of bed, the memories trickled back. Leo kissing her in the courtyard behind the Hotel Mirage. Adrien watching, heartbroken. The photographer taking a picture at the exact wrong moment. And then the article spreading online. Who is the mystery girl between Adrien Duval and Léo Marchand? Her stomach twisted. This was going to be awful. When Emilia entered the agency, everything stopped. Literally. People froze mid-walk, mid-sip, mid-email. They stared at her like she had personally burned down the Eiffel Tower. Someone whispered, C'est elle. Another. The love triangle girl. And then worse, the American. Emilia forced a smile, though her stomach was churning. Valérie appeared at the end of the hallway like a villain entering frame. Silhouette perfect, hair sharp enough to cut glass, expression unreadable. Valérie, Emilia, my office. Now the words echoed through the hall. Emilia followed her, silently praying the floor would open up and swallow her. Inside, Valérie shut the door slowly. Valérie, do you understand the scale of the chaos you have caused? Emilia opened her mouth. No, no speaking, just listening. Because I have gotten calls from 3 magazines, 2 brands, 1 PR crisis unit, and the CEO of Hotel Mirage, all asking one question. Who is Emilia Carter, and why is she sabotaging our public relationships? Emilia flinched. I didn't sabotage anything. I tried to fix everything. It's just the photographer. The gossip headline. Valérie raised one eyebrow. You were photographed kissing one designer while holding hands with another. During a professional gala. During a campaign launch. During your job. That sounded worse out loud. Emilia deflated. Emilia, I know, I'm sorry. I'll fix it. Valérie leaned back, crossed her legs, and tapped her pen. Valérie. Oh, you will fix it, because you are now personally responsible for the most viral scandal in Paris this week. A beat. And we are going to use it. Emilia blinked. Wait, what? Valérie's expression softened into something dangerously like a smirk. Valérie, the internet loves you. They're calling you the girl who broke Paris. They want to know everything about you, which means you are now free marketing. Emilia stared at her. Valérie, so congratulations, Emilia. You are officially the face of our new campaign. Emilia's jaw dropped. What? Me? I'm not a model. Valérie, clearly the world disagrees. They find your chaos charming. Emilia, but Valérie raised a finger. Your job now is simple. You will appear at the Hotel Mirage press event tomorrow. You will smile, you will look fabulous, and you will make Paris believe you. Valérie and Emilia, do not create more chaos, if you can help it. The irony was painful. After the meeting, Emilia stepped outside to catch her breath, only to find both Adrien and Leo waiting. Perfect. Just perfect. They stood several meters apart, arms crossed, jaws tense, like 2 handsome statues of jealousy. Leo spoke first. Leo, we need to talk. Adrien cut in. We need to talk. They glared at each other. Emilia rubbed her forehead. Emilia. Okay, I can't do this right now. Adrien, you kissed him. Leo, you held hands with him. Adrien, you ignored me for him. Leo, you let him interrupt. Adrien, you flubbed. Leo, you flirted more. Emilia threw her hands in the air. Emilia, stop, I didn't do anything on purpose. I didn't come to Paris to be in a love triangle. I came to work. The silence afterward was heavy. Adrien stepped forward first, voice low. Adrien, I like you, Emilia, but I won't compete for you. Just tell me what you want. Then he left. Leo walked closer, softer than usual. Leo, and I won't apologize for kissing you, but I also won't fight him like teenagers. You choose. He left too. Emilia stood alone on the sidewalk, head spinning. How the hell was she supposed to choose? The next day, Hotel Mirage buzzed with reporters. Cameras, lights, microphones, people whispering her name. Emilia's heart pounded as she stepped inside, wearing a soft blush dress, hair perfectly curled, makeup glowing. She looked like a romantic heroine. If only her stomach didn't feel like a blender. Valérie's voice whispered in her ear. Valérie, remember, smile, softly, like you're not internally screaming. Helpful. The first question came immediately. Reporter, Emilia, are you dating Adrien Duval? She forced a smile. No, we're coworkers and friends. Another reporter, then are you dating Leo Marchand? Emilia, no, we're also coworkers and, friends. Flash, flash, flash. Someone shouted, who will you choose? Emilia wished she could melt into the marble floor. But then a voice cut through the crowd. Warm, confident. familiar. Adrian, she doesn't need to choose anything. The room turned. Adrian stepped beside her, protective, gentle, elegant in a navy suit. Then another voice, Leo. And she certainly doesn't owe anyone her private life. Leo stepped to her other side, calm and composed, looking annoyingly perfect. And just like that, they flanked her like two handsome bodyguards. The reporters went wild. The internet would break. Valerie looked like she was witnessing. Emilia just tried not to pass out. After the event, the hotel terrace was quiet. The Eiffel Tower glowed in the distance. Adria and Leo had stepped away to talk to clients, leaving Emilia alone with her thoughts, which was a terrible idea. Then, footsteps approached. Emilia turned and froze. Adria, not smiling, not guarded, just honest. Adria, I meant what I said earlier. I don't want to pressure you, but I need you to know I care about you. He stepped closer. Adria, when you walk into a room, everything feels lighter. And when you're not there, he swallowed, it feels wrong. Her heartbeat stuttered. Then a different voice behind her, Leo, and I care about you too. Emilia turned. Leo leaned against the railing, watching them. Leo, I'm direct, you know that. I don't pretend. I like you. I want you, but only if it's what you want. Adrian and Leo looked at each other, and for the first time all week, there was no hatred, no competition, just two men waiting for her. Emilia inhaled shakily. Emilia, I don't know yet. Silence. Then Adrian smiled softly. Then we wait. Leo nodded. As long as it takes. She exhaled, a mix of relief and, a week later, Emilia walked along the Seine with a coffee. The river glittering under morning sun. Her phone buzzed. Valérie, emergency meeting. Hôtel Mirage wants you as the lead consultant for their global rebrand. Another buzz. Adria, dinner tonight? No pressure, just us. Another. I found a secret rooftop. Sunset. Interested? She laughed out loud. Life in Paris was chaotic, messy, romantic, beautiful. And she wasn't done. Not even close. As she crossed the Pont Neuf, she whispered to herself, Okay, Paris, round two. The camera of life pulled back, the river shimmering, the city buzzing, and Emilia walking into her next chapter. Fade out.